Good afternoon, kings and queens, gentlemen and ladies. This is Refined Rose back with another video. So, you think once you escape your abuser, your attacker, or that toxic relationship, you're not going to have help if you escape because you feel like you're all alone right now? That's not true. I felt the same way for a short period of time. That's because I didn't have faith in the divine, the Most High, God, my ancestors, whatever you want to call it. So once I escaped my abuser, God put stuff and things in my path for help. Like, I didn't know how I was going to afford surveillance cameras around my property. And what they didn't know is that I had cameras in trees. Somebody told me to go get game cameras and put them in my trees because it can pick up license plates. It can see a lot of stuff that probably regular cameras wouldn't see. And I didn't know where I was going to get the money from, but the money came. And then people that I didn't discard them, but my husband wanted me to discard them. We stopped talking. Once I reached out to them, it was like we never stopped talking. We just picked up where we left off from, and they were concerned about me. So God opens doors once we make up our mind and know what we want to do, and we want to get out of that toxic, abusive relationship. Help comes. My best friend was there. She's been my day one for over 15 years. I didn't talk to her for the whole time we was married because my spouse didn't want me to. He thought our conversations was meaningless. So I just let him talk to me all the time, which is why I have all his stories for family members, friends, his exes, his children, strangers that he's met, different places that he's went to. That's why I can get on here every day and tell so many stories that I went through with my abusive husband. So don't be afraid to leave because you think you're going to be by yourself and you're going to be out there all alone. We're never all alone. God always sends help. When we make up our mind and when we're doing the right thing, we're never all alone. Doors will open. My ex-husband, I didn't talk to him for years. Before I met my husband, after I met my husband, and the whole time we lived together in a marital home. He got word that I was going through something, and he called me right away. And he said, Kim, my name is Kim Rose. He said, Kim, I heard you going through some things. What do you need for me to do? And I told him the things that I was going through, and him and my best friend, because he knows my best friend, because my best friend was my best friend when I was married to him. They got together and they talked. And they came to help me and Pun. Both Pun and I was sick, very, very sick. And they both came to my residence and helped move me out. And they both helped take care of me when I was in that residence because I wasn't ready to let my property go, knowing that my credit was going to be messed up and be foreclosed on. So each one of them took turns to come check on me, and I was sick, and Pun was sick too. And it got too bad to where I couldn't stay out there any longer because the harassment had continued. He or his flying monkeys through some type of huge boulder, and I got pictures of that for anybody that want to see, through the kitchen window. And I didn't have any known enemies at that time except my husband and his son and his brother because they were mad because I was divorcing him. So when we're ready to go, God opens up so many doors, and you're not, I promise, 99.99% promise. If your heart is in the right spot, if you want to leave, if you want to do right, you want to live for the Lord, live for the divine, live for the universe, live for the Most High, live for your ancestors, the universe is going to pull together and help you, and you're going to make it. So don't ever let that abuser make you think that you're stuck, because you're never stuck. People that love us, they're always going to be there for us. Like my ex-husband really, really loves me. He's in another relationship and been in another relationship for years and had told this lady, if Kim Rose ever called me and she needs something, because that's a good woman, we was just so different and it didn't work out in our marriage, I'm going to help her. And I made a promise to her that I'm going to always help her. You know, all my assets were stolen out of the house that came from my husband to help me move out. All the assets were stolen. And it was reported back to me that my husband stole those assets, and those assets belong to me and my husband that helped me move out of that place. And he has pictures and everything. When we were taking pictures in the home, we had those assets. And when our grandkids would come down to visit, and we're sitting on the couch, and we're around certain furniture, around certain pieces in our houses, and our home at that time that was worth money, that my current husband stole. But like my ex-husband told me, those assets don't mean a damn thing. He said, as long as you're healthy, he said, that's all I'm concerned about. He said, because I was really worried about your health because of the condition that I found you and that dog in. He said, don't ever let anybody get you in that condition. He said, if you ever need me, if you ever need somebody to talk to, if you ever get in another relationship like you were with this current husband, find a way to call me and talk to me about it. He said, don't ever let anyone move you out into the country and stop you from talking to all your support system. He said, that's a sign right there. You can't talk to any of your support system. You couldn't talk to your best friend. He said, something's wrong with that. So y'all, don't ever feel like you're alone, because you're not. Even though you're not talking to any of those people since you've been in that toxic relationship or that abuser, if they love you, y'all are going to pick up from where you left off the last time you talked to them. That's all I have for now. Refine Rose out. Bye for now.